Hello everyone, welcome back to JBIHM Kolkata. Today here we are here again with a new podcast session with our industry expert Mr. Arunava Kundu. He is the L&D manager of Radisson Blu Bengaluru Outer Ring. Welcome sir. How are you today?
Thank you for inviting me in this podcast. And I'm really thrilled, and let's see how it's going to pan out.
Okay. So, sir, first of all, we want to welcome you and we want to thank you to take out your busy schedule and give a thoughtful discussion for our student. So, as you are, thank you, sir.
Pleasure is always mine. Thank you so much.
So, as your designation is Learning and Development Manager, so we can make out that it is one of the crucial part of any organization, that learning and development. Can you please escalate about your role and responsibility?
Well, the responsibility and role, if I am to talk about learning and development manager. So when it comes to learning and development, though it is part of human resources, but the entire hotel belongs to the learning and development manager, or rather I would say the entire hotel belongs to the learning and development manager. And you are part of front office, you are part of food production, you are part of housekeeping, you are part of F&B service, and not only these four departments, you are part of sales and marketing, you are part of revenue, you are part of engineering, and any department for that matter. Let's say even IT, you have to include some value in it in order to uplift the entire standard of the company. Teaching is one of the thing of learning and development. You need to train people, and also at the same time you have to evaluate how their developments are happening. That's the most critical part. Unlike colleges and universities, in a hotel there is only one learning and development manager, so the responsibilities are quite sometimes overwhelming and inundated, but at the same time it is challenging. It is a role for somebody who doesn't want to sit in an office and work. It is a role that will always keep you on the move. You have to be sometime in one department, and then immediately after that you have to be in some other department. Again, it will give you a lot of exposure in terms of understanding various departments, and at the same time you would also help a lot of people grow in their lives and add value to any of the companies that you would be part of. So in a nutshell, I would say these are the roles and responsibilities of a learning and development manager. It's training people and thus seeing them developing in their lives. That's the most satisfaction or satisfying thing that one learning and development manager can have in his or her life.
Okay, so thank you so much for explaining to us. So sir, अभी जानना है जैसे आपका करियर आपने कैसे स्टार्ट किया, starting from your studentship.
All right, so उससे पहले let us understand where I was born. I was born in a very small town in West Bengal. The name of the town is Purulia. It's almost 350 kilometers away from Calcutta. I was born there, I studied there, and then in class 12th, after class 12th, I've joined hotel management. I've done hotel management. It's a 4 years degree that I've done from NSHM Knowledge Campus in Durgapur. After that, I started working in, during my course, I've done my internship in Grand Hyatt, Mumbai. And after the internship, I thought of front office would be the suitable department. So I was born into the front office department in hospitality. I worked in hospitality, rather in front office for good 11 years. And after working 11 years in front office, I moved into human resources and learning and development. I'll tell you one thing, I have not done any masters, neither I've done MBA. So this is again a beauty of the industry that will help you explore other avenues of the hotel industry as well. So I've been associated with hotels like Hyatt, Westin when it was part of Starwood. I saw the merger between Starwood and Marriott. I worked with Taj. Now I'm working with Radisson. So until Taj, I was in front office. And during COVID, this transition happened from front office to learning and development and human resources. How I'll tell you, when I was growing in the hospitality industry, I did not have any mentor. I wish I had somebody. Neither anybody was there to guide me. So I took front office because I thought that's the only cup of tea. The other departments are not for me. Kitchen is something that I thought, oh my God, it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of skill that I didn't have, and I accepted it. So the one thing that I took and the one thing that was left, that was front office. So I took it, and since the day I started working, I had always the proclivity towards learning and development. I used to get trained by my learning and development manager back then, and I used to get fascinated how one person is driving the culture of a company by training people, by giving them the necessary training and thus developing them. So that curiosity in me to delve into the learning and development led me to become the departmental trainer in all the hotels that I've worked, starting from Hyatt to Westin to Taj. Everywhere I've gone to, though I was part of front office department, but I've always been the departmental trainer. I didn't know that I have this particular skill in me, that I can train well. It is when that I've started getting feedback from people that you have the gift of the gab and you have this inherent skill in you, that you can train really well. And when this was proposed to me that, hey, why don't you get towards the learning and development, I took it, and that's how this learning and development happened to me. So this is about my career and how it panned out. It's been almost 14 years that I've been associated with this industry, and it's an industry which is ever evolving, and it teaches a lot of things it taught me a lot of things, and this industry teaches the life lessons, I would say, that many industries fails to do so. So this is about me. I'm an avid reader. I like to read a lot, and I would, if anybody wants any suggestion or any one advice from me, I would give them this, that please read a lot. It will give you a lot of information, and be the best of your domain, so that you can understand your area and you can improve your area of interest.
Sure. So learning and development is a part where you can get to know various people's, their shortcomings, their strength, and definitely to nurture their skills. So have you found any challenging position in your career where it was very difficult to handle any situation? Can you remember?
Yes, exactly. I mean, there are too many. So I remember when I was in front office department, a lot of things that has happened. In front office, what happens, especially in operations, you have to do morning shift, you have to do afternoon shifts, you have to do night shifts, and I've done 11 years, night shifts for 11 years, not in stretch, but almost, once in a month. When I say once, it is the entire roster, a week of night shift that I used to do for almost 11 years. People normally calls a night shift a graveyard shift where nothing happens, but what I've learned and experienced, that one learns everything during their night shifts. At night shift, a lot of situation that occurs, and the general manager does not stay at night, and almost all the managers, they don't stay back at night. But as an associate of front office, as an executive of front office, or as a duty manager of front office, you have to be in the hotel at night. And during night, it is said that the duty manager is the general manager of the hotel. So a lot of responsibilities comes to your shoulder at a very tender age, and you take certain decisions. Sometimes those decisions are wrong. You learn from it. Sometimes those decisions are phenomenal and the entire world praises about it. So I would tell you one story about a situation wherein I got a call at night shift from one of my housekeeping associates that one of the guests has fallen sick in the washroom. So the moment I went to the washroom, I found him lying on the ground floor. And as hoteliers, and as I was a duty manager, I was a certified first aider. I tried to give the necessary, CPR and all such thing, and then immediately I called an ambulance, and the person was rushed to the hospital, and we, saved him. And the entire family had welcomed us in their house, and then they, all of a sudden the entire thing took a 360-degree spin, wherein I became a guest in their house, and till today I am in touch with them, and they call me. I call them and I ask about that person, how is he doing now, and they ask me, they know my family now. So this is how it happens. There are a lot of situations that happens in a hotel that you would not be ready. Neither any institute nor any training manager or learning and development manager can train them on. See, these are the situations we can talk about it, but when it happens in reality. You don't know what to do. At that point of time, it is the decision that you take and how fast you do it that counts. And this is one of the incidents that has happened and really etched a mark in my heart and in my soul. And this is one thing that would always remain with me, that how the first aid, when I was learning the first aid, when I was getting trained on first aid, I didn't know how useful it's going to be. But then sometimes it happens, right? Even in college, students doesn't understand that how useful this learning is going to be. But when the situation arises, you know that you are ready and you are confident and you apply those learning. And by applying those learning, you actually save somebody. Nothing can be as beautiful as saving somebody's life. And I was blessed by God to do that. So this is one situation. It was challenging because I got panicked, but I didn't lose confidence because I was trained. Obviously, I was tensed, but the confidence in me of the learning that I was taught, that kept me going ahead and saving the person's life. So this is something that I would always have in my mind.
ये जो सिचुएशन होते हैं सर हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में, चाहे फ्रंट ऑफिस हो या और भी काफ़ी सारे डिपार्टमेंट में, F&B, हाउसकीपिंग, प्रोडक्शन, तो मतलब जो एम्प्लॉयज़ है उनको ये रेडीनेस, जिसको बोलते हैं प्रोएक्टिव करने के लिए कोई सेपरेट ट्रेनिंग अरेंज किया जाता है?
यस, बिल्कुल. हम यहाँ पे सिर्फ होटल रिलेटेड ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं देते, हम लाइफ लेसन्स के ऊपर भी ट्रेनिंग देते हैं. लाइक टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे करना है. ऑफ लेट बहुत लोग बात करते हैं कि वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस के ऊपर, बहुत लोग इसके बारे में भी बात करते हैं कि होटल्स में टाइम नहीं मिलता, होटल्स में बहुत लॉन्ग आवर्स होते हैं. इट इज नॉट लॉन्ग आवर्स, इट इज हाउ वन कैन मैनेज देयर टाइम. आपको पहले डिसाइड करना है कि आपके पास कितना काम है और उस काम को डिवाइड करना है टाइम पे और टाइम के साथ फिट करना है. Unless somebody learns to do time management, it's very difficult. It's going to be way too difficult, and they will stay not even 14 hours, they'll stay to even 24 hours. हमें सबसे पहले ये पता होना चाहिए कि हमें कौन सा काम कब करना है. हमारी प्रायोरिटी सेट करनी बहुत जरूरी है. हमें मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम गलती कहाँ पे कर देते हैं कि हम सोचते हैं कि अच्छा ये काम कर लेते हैं, फिर थोड़ा सा ये काम कर लेते हैं, फिर बहुत सारा काम मल्टीटास्किंग करने के सोच में हम फिर डिले हो जाते हैं. फिर होता है कि कोई भी काम नहीं हुआ. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे हम जब सोचते हैं कि हमने काम कितना किया, हमें ये लगता है कि हमने काम तो बहुत सारा ले तो लिया है हमारे प्लेट में, बट खत्म एक भी नहीं हुआ है. और उससे बढ़ता है एंग्जाइटी, उससे बढ़ता है टायर्डनेस, और उससे होता है बर्नट आउट. फिर इंसान कहता है कि नहीं, उन्हें होटल्स में बहुत काम है या होटल्स में बहुत लॉन्ग आवर है. सो ये सारे चीज हम सिखाते हैं कि टाइम मैनेज कैसे करते हैं, अपने आप को कैसे मैनेज करते हैं. दिस इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. एक इंसान अपने आप को कैसे मैनेज करता है वो भी डिपेंड करता है कि इंसान अपनी जिंदगी में कितना डिसिप्लिन्ड है. बहुत बार ये होता है कि हमें पता तो है बट हम उसे चैनलाइज नहीं कर पाते अपनी जिंदगी में. तो हम प्रैक्टिकल सेशन के द्वारा ये भी बताते हैं कि आप इसको कैसे रियलिटी में कन्वर्ट करें। तो ये एक हो गया। जैसे मैंने कहा कि हम हर 3 मंथ्स या 6 मंथ्स में एक फर्स्ट एड का ट्रेनिंग करते हैं, और हम चाहते हैं कि ऑलमोस्ट एवरीबडी हु इज ऑन द शॉप फ्लोर कि वो सब सर्टिफाइड फर्स्ट एडर हो, ताकि होटल में जो लोग रहेंगे वो सेफ रहें और हमारे पास जो गेस्ट आएंगे वो सेफ रहें, और जो भी शिफ्ट में लोग हैं वो कम से कम अगर डॉक्टर आने से पहले एक फर्स्ट एड दे पाए। देखा गया है बहुत बार कि अगर कोई कोलैप्स हो जाता है कार्डियक अरेस्ट के टाइम पे या फिर हार्ट फेलियर के टाइम पे, वो फर्स्ट एड ना देने की वजह से डेथ या डिमाइस होता है। तो वो हम एक ट्रेनिंग करवाते हैं हमारे सारे एम्प्लॉय के लिए। फायर का ट्रेनिंग होता है, वो भी हर 3 महीने में हम करते हैं। फायर का ड्रिल होता है कि चलो ट्रेनिंग तो दे दिया, बट अचानक से अगर हुआ तो आप कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे। नॉर्मली पैनिक ही हो जाते हैं बहुत लोग, बट उसके ऊपर भी ट्रेनिंग हम देते हैं। हम इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के ऊपर भी ट्रेनिंग देते हैं ताकि एक इंसान अपने इमोशंस को समझे। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस इज ऑल अबाउट नोइंग योर ओन इमोशन and then reacting rather than understanding somebody else's emotion. You can understand somebody else's emotion when you know about yourself. पर बहुत बार देखा गया है कि लोगों को खुद पता नहीं होता कि मैं किस सिचुएशन में कैसा रिएक्ट करता हूँ। तो हम इसके ऊपर भी ट्रेनिंग कंडक्ट करते हैं। बाकी हमारे जो रेडिसन का एक सर्विस कल्चर है जिसे हम कहते हैं yes I can, I am wearing a pin also here. So ये एक बैज दिया जाता है, ये एक ट्रेनिंग है, इट्स डे लॉन्ग ट्रेनिंग जहाँ पे हम बताते हैं इट्स ऑल अबाउट हाउ वन एलिवेट अ गेस्ट्स एंड एम्प्लॉयज एक्सपीरियंस. इट्स नॉट ओनली गेस्ट सेंट्रिक बट एम्प्लॉय सेंट्रिक और रादर ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक. इसमें बहुत कुछ बताया जाता है कि कोई अगर एम्प्लॉय न्यू ज्वाइन करता है, फ्रेशर फ्रॉम द कॉलेज, हम अपने आप को कैसे मोल्ड करें ताकि एक न्यू ज्वाइनर कंफर्टेबल फील करें. सो ये सारे ट्रेनिंग भी हम देते हैं और हमारा ये सर्विस कल्चर ही कहता है कि येस आई कैन. हम किसी भी चीज़ के लिए ये नहीं कहते कि नहीं हम शायद ना कर पाए. हमें ऑल्टरनेटिव ढूंढना है, कैसे ढूंढना है, किस तरीके से ढूंढना है, माइंडसेट क्या रखना है और कैसे डिलीवर करना है, ये भी हम सिखाते हैं. सो ओवरऑल अगर हम कहें तो हम ये सिखाता है एक होटल. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ये दिस इज ओनली टॉट इन रेडिसन. This is my experience of all hotels and all hotels does it. एक होटल मैनेजमेंट कोर्स और एक इंसान जो एक होटल में काम करता है उसे सिखाया जाता है कि एक अच्छा इंसान कैसे बने. So these are the training we give and we impart as hoteliers to all the budding hoteliers, that if you join, not only you will understand the services, but there are certain nuances that you would learn जो और कहीं पे मुझे नहीं लगता सिखाया जाता है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन होटल इंडस्ट्री पीपल आर रिक्वायर्ड इन ऑल अक्रॉस अदर इंडस्ट्रीज. आई रिमेंबर I get invited in many IT industries to tell them about how we handle our customers, guests and clients, because the way hoteliers learns it is very short in supply in other sector. So that's why they are required everywhere and these lessons are required everywhere. और ये सारे lessons हम यहाँ पे conduct करते हैं और सिखाते हैं.
तो आपसे बात करके ये तो समझ में आ रहा है कि होटल मैनेजमेंट अगर ज्वाइन करते हैं स्टूडेंट तो सिर्फ जॉब प्रेशर ही नहीं, बहुत फन भी मिलता है, बहुत लर्निंग होती है एंड मतलब आपको एकदम पूरा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो जाता है आपके करियर का.
See, I'll tell you, I'll give you a live example. Right, I was born in Purulia. I studied in a Bengali medium school. So until my college, I didn't know how to speak in English. मुझे इंग्लिश बोलना नहीं आता था, मुझे हिंदी बोलना भी नहीं आता था. I knew only one language, that is Bengali. Because all around in Purulia, I spoke Bengali. In my school, I spoke Bengali. I didn't have anybody with who I can interact in English. Neither the West Bengal board, the English subject is not that strong where you would be able to be as fluent as a native speaker. So this this particular course has transformed me in such a way that not only it taught me, or rather it propelled me towards learning 2 different languages. I also understand, as I spent almost 7-8 years in Maharashtra in Pune, I understand the Marathi language also, the Maharashtrian language also. Though I won't be able to speak, but then I understand it. So this industry would help you learn languages, and by learning languages, you can learn a lot of cultures of people, right? And if we talk about, like, I like history a lot. If we are to talk about what used to happen, let's say even millions of years before, people used to go to different countries to learn their cultures and their language, right? Nowadays you don't have to even go there. In this industry, without language nothing can happen, right? This is the only industry where a lot of nationalities comes and stays and dines, and you would have to interact with them, and through these interactions your language proficiency becomes very fluent. And again, learning language is one of the skills that I suggest everybody, advise everybody, that it is the a skill that is required everywhere. So I can't even imagine how I have, if you were to tell me to explain how did I transform, it's very difficult to tell you or it's very difficult to explain it. It's the hotel management course, and later I started working with hotels, that only helped me with this language to learn. And this industry would also help you to meet a lot of people, right? You would meet a lot of people who would mentor you, who would teach you, who would guide you, the guidance that you might not get, or might have not gotten when you were in school. But in this industry you will find, and I'm not saying that there is only one person like me. There are a lot of people I have seen who have come from the remotest of the places where there not even a colleges existed, but they have also come to this industry, shined like anything, and have become the best of the people of the industry. And now when you see them, you would not even imagine they have come from such humble background, but they are still grounded, because this industry also teaches you to be grounded, but at the same time it teaches you to be the best of the professionals.
वेरी ट्रू सर. इवन हमारे स्टूडेंट को भी ऐसे ही जब क्लासेस होता है उनको समझाते हैं, ये जो जैसे हमारे कॉलेज कोलकाता से है, तो लैंग्वेज बैरियर इज वन ऑफ द चैलेंजेस वी आल्सो फेस, and we make them understand that it's only about your confidence, and even if you speak wrong English, speak fluently so that you can get the confidence while speaking. तो जैसे आपने explain किया,
confidence, exactly. See, confidence, I tell you, confidence is something that I have experienced in my life. It is nothing but your knowledge, right? That's why I told at the beginning that one should be completely thorough with their domain. So first of all, in a hotel, throughout your 3 years, your 4 years, of course you have to learn all the subjects, but at the end of the day you have to be a master of one subject. You have to be jack of all trades but master of some, or master of one at least, right? And be completely thorough with it. Once you have knowledge, you know how to talk.
sir, you are on the point, confidence build up.
So confidence, yeah, as I was saying, it is nothing but knowledge. Once you know about something, you would be able to talk about it, and you would be able to talk about it in detail, and that builds confidence in someone. Let's say somebody's communication. Sometimes we think that, okay, somebody speaks proficient English, or somebody speaks fluent English, and somebody wears very nice clothes and all, they are confident. No. See, even if your English is, let's say, very fluent, but if you are not aware of your domain, if you are not aware of particular subject, you won't be able to even use English as a language.